Good day. Most hunters are aware that there's been an alarming decrease in the number of game animals in the Kootenay area of BC. I'd like to express my theories as to why this is happening and offer some possible solutions. My main area of concern is the local elk population, but moose and white-tailed deer are also involved. Anyone with a rudimentary knowledge of biology has heard the theory, the survival of the species, which states that the strongest of any animal struggles to cause its immediate herd to survive by ensuring that only the best members are the ones who propagate. This is true in wolves, where the alpha male and female are the only ones who breed in lean seasons, and holds true in elk, where the strongest bulls get control of the harem and breeding rights. The large antlers on a mature bull are used in battle to defeat lesser bulls and to provide a visual reminder of their status. Since 1992, the Kootenay region has enacted a 6-point or better regulation on bull elk starting on September 10th. This has enabled hunters to chase the bulls when they are most vulnerable and deprive many herds of the best bulls. I believe that long term, this has resulted in a lesser strain of elk, unable to cope as well as its forebears with the elements. When you keep removing your strongest from the herd over time, you'll end up with something less than ideal. The state of Idaho, which is less than a quarter the size of BC, has 116,000 elk compared to our paltry 48,000. This is in spite of our great expanses of crown land and theirs being mostly private. The rancher does not butcher his biggest, most virile bull each year, but maintains at least his semen to ensure the best beef. Why don't we do the same with elk? Our past few winters have started early and had significant snowfall. This, on top of hot, dry summers, has contributed greatly to winter kill in elk, deer, and moose. Add in the weaker strain of animal, and it's easy to see a correlation. The advent of such technology as trail cameras has also allowed hunters to focus in on areas that contain 6-point bulls to increase their odds. Our moose population has never been worse. In the early 80s, they were on general open season, which I think caused too many to be harvested, and they've never recovered. The Conservation Office seems aware of this, but chooses to still have an open season on spike bulls and a draw for larger ones, supposedly to help caribou. Their theory is that moose go into the high country of the Selkirks and attract wolves to take down the caribou. This may be true, but recent surveys show the caribou is down to 3 female animals, so the chances of survival are nil. Better to transplant the remaining cows north to help that herd survive and stop eradicating the moose. White-tailed deer seem on the surface to be holding their own, but I've noticed a great reduction in the number of bucks I see every year. I'm accustomed to passing up a number of smaller bucks early on, waiting for the biggest ones to appear. Past few years, I should have taken the first and only buck I saw. Mule deer as well are in decline, except for city deer, which are thriving. These I see are our biggest challenges. They must be addressed soon, or all these species will end up as limited entry hunts, or worse yet, be closed to us altogether. Okay, here's my ideas to help solve this crisis. Number 1, close the rifle hunt for elk during the rut. This is one of the only jurisdictions in North America that still has the general open season at this time of year. Rifle season should start September 25th or better yet October 1st to give the bulls that are left a fighting chance. We could then revert back to a 3-point antler restriction. Number 2, immediately close all moose hunting for 5 years, possibly extending to 10 based on surveys. Number 3, close the season on white-tailed does. This can greatly improve fawn survival rates and help ensure better numbers. Number 4, the 4-point mule deer season does not work either. I believe they should move to a shorter season to help increase numbers. I have no training beyond hunting since 1980, but I've devoted a lot of time trying to fill my freezer every fall. I've taken enough in 6- and 7-point bulls to cover all available wall space in my home. Frankly, one wall hanger would have been enough. I just want some good clean meat. At 65 years old, I probably won't hunt much longer, but I'd sure like to see something remain for those who do. I hope someone examines the merit of my ideas and arguments and makes some drastic changes before it's too late. Thank you for your time.